Okay, class, so today's lesson is on converting from factored form to standard form. So here we are in factored form. We have two roots, one at 3, 0, and another root at -1, 0. We have a vertical stretch, and we have a reflection over the x-axis. So remember, the key features here are the roots, and it does tell us a couple transformation as well, looking at the a value. Since the a value is negative, we have a parabola that's opening down. Okay, just as a reminder. So go ahead to convert this. The first thing we want to do here, well, we're multiplying these factors together. We have three factors, -2, x plus 1, and x minus 3. And so we just want to multiply these together. So now be real careful here. My recommendation is that you go ahead and multiply the two binomials together first. So to multiply these together, we're going to go ahead and use what's called the FOIL method. And so f is going to be our first terms in our two expressions. So x times x. That's going to give us our first term, which is going to be x squared. Okay, the outer terms, that's going to be our x times -3. So that would be these outer terms. So x times -3 is -3x. Inner terms, that's these two terms, 1 times x, which is 1x, positive 1x. So since these are like terms, we can combine those two, and -3x plus 1x is -2x. Now for the last two terms. So multiplying the last two terms together, so we have 1 times -3, and that's going to give us -3. So I highly recommend doing that first. The second thing we would do here is we're going to distribute the a value to all three terms. So this is a coefficient of 1, so -2 times 1x squared is -2x squared. -2 times -2x is positive 4x. -2 times -3 is positive 6. Alright, so now why would we convert? Well, let's say I asked you what the y-intercept is. Well, we need to go to standard form for that. Notice our a values are the same. They should be. These two equations make the same graph. That means they have to be equivalent, just different formatting. So here's our y-intercept right here at 0, 6. Okay, so part 2 of this video, we are converting from vertex form to standard form. So we're starting off here in vertex form. Notice we have an a value that's positive, so we're going to have a parabola that's going to be opening up. So our vertex is a minimum. Notice the a value is a number between 0 and 1, so we have a vertical compression. And we know our vertex. Our vertex in this case would be 1, 2. Well, let's say we want to know the y-intercept, and vertex form doesn't give us the y-intercept. Only the standard form does. So we're going to go ahead and I can't speak this morning. We're going to go ahead and multiply this out. So basically, we're going to be simplifying this. So first thing, we start inside the grouping symbol here. There's nothing to do inside the grouping symbol. Then we go to exponents. So we're going to go ahead and square this. So we're going to square the x minus 1 first. So x minus 1 times x minus 1. Okay, foiling, first terms, we get x squared. Outer terms, x times negative 1 is negative 1x. Inner terms, another negative 1x. And last terms, positive 1. So continuing to simplify this down, we get x squared. Negative x minus x is negative 2x plus 1. All right. So now, since we're still multiplying this times something, we need the parentheses. We're multiplying times 1/3 plus 2 on the end. So now that we've done with exponents, the next thing we do is multiplying and dividing. Well, here's multiplying, so we do this next. So we're going to distribute the 1/3 all the way across. So 1/3 times 1x squared. 1/3 times negative 2x. 1/3 times 1. So now that we're done with the multiplying, I do not need the parentheses anymore. Bringing down the plus 2, we're going to do that part last. So we're going to be adding these together. So maybe off to the side, we're going to do this little addition here. Put our integer over 1. Get a common denominator, which would be 3. So now we have 1 plus 6, which is 7. And the denominator stays the same. All right, so we have our final equation. And now we know what our y-intercept is. 0,7/3. Okay, I hope this video was helpful for you. I hope you're having a good evening, and we'll see you in class tomorrow.